What we have here is we had taken 3 frames of honey out of, I think it was actually 2 of our hives. I don't remember. We took 2 out of one, 1 out of the other. And because we were honey bound, and we replaced them with some frames that I don't remember whether they were drawn out or just empty frames, but we wanted to give the bees some more room to lay brood. So I put them in this nuc. Then we brought it up here to the house, and they were actually in the garage, and I left them. They've probably been up here for 2 weeks or more. So yesterday, a bee found its way in the garage and crawled up in the nuc and probably started robbing honey. And I didn't pay too much attention to it, and I taped it over. Let me see if I can get around here. I'm surrounded by bees, and I'm not suited up right now. So I taped it up. You can see it there. With just some old painter's blue tape, and thought that would be the end of it. Well, no sooner did I come back and look at it, and they had chewed through it, and there was, I don't know, 100 bees around it. So I figured I better do something, so I brought it outside because I didn't want all those bees in the garage. And I got some more blocks of wood, and eventually blocked it off, and blocked the opening off completely. It had the top on. Well, last night I came out here and I said, well, I know there's a few bees trapped inside, so I took the top off, and they started boiling out. There must have been hundreds and hundreds of bees, so I figured at that point the battle was lost, and I just left the top off and left it sitting here so they could just finish robbing it out. I don't know what else to do right now. But that's pretty amazing. I think what I am going to do is suit up and move it down closer to the hive so that at least they're not up here by the garage door. We can open the garage, or if somebody drives up, they won't be surrounded by, bees and be scared to death. So I'm going to suit up and put this back together and move it back down towards the hives and let them finish robbing it out. Okay, I've moved the nuc and the frames, and I'll take you down there in a minute. But I had 2 empty frames. They're not even drawn out. I just took them out, and a couple of squeamy excluders, just some random equipment that was around that nuc. And so you can see the bees still think the honey's up here. So they're just swarming like crazy trying to find the honey. So they're getting on anything that, I guess it still smells like honey. So there's still hundreds of bees flying around here. It's only about 7, I don't know exactly what time it is, 7:45 maybe in the morning. So anyway, now I'll go down and show you where Okay, I'm walking down towards from the house toward the little tiny bee yard. You can see where I've got everything stacked up, all the equipment stacked up. And what's amazing, those frames were full. I mean, full top to bottom. And look how much they've already robbed out. Now what is that in the middle of that right there? I don't like the looks of that. I'll have to figure out what that is. I hope that's not wax moth. Although those frames were sitting in an empty box for a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks. But definitely have to look at that when they finish cleaning them up. Here's the hives. I guess this is morning normal activity. I'm suited up because I wasn't sure how they would react, but I believe I could have just picked the stuff up and walked down here with it unsuited, because they didn't want to pay any attention. They were so enamored with the honey that they didn't pay any attention to me. In fact, they'd fly along beside me as I was carrying the frames down here. See the nuke box. Yeah, here's the nuke box. There's a few dead bees in there because what happened when I discovered they had chewed through the tape through the opening. You can't even hardly see it. That won't focus, but right in the very corner there is a tiny hole, and all these bees were just it was a ball of bees trying to get in and out of there. And I guess these are the ones that I trapped inside when I put the wood over it. But anyway, this is an interesting sight. We'll see how long it takes them to clean these up. I'm betting it'll be, by the end of the day, there'll be a significant difference. Okay. It's a little after 9. They're working on them pretty good. Still real curious about that. I'm pretty sure that's wax moth. What I'll do is, after they finish cleaning this up, I think I'll freeze that frame. Check the others out too, but if freeze it for a few days, that'll kill them. And I'll scrape that out, just to be safe. Let's see what's going on over here in the box. Not much, just a dirty box. Now, interesting enough, this side they haven't worked on that much. They're there though. Alright, we'll keep